Then again, if you have estrogen, all hope is lost. Alright, so we back at it. So this is night 2, NXT Gold Rush. Man, I really was pretty sure y'all already know what I'm about to say, but I was pretty disappointed with last night of Raw with Carmelo getting pretty much squashed by Balor. Like I said, you can spit it out however you want, but that's how I feel. And I feel like it's the same thing. Even though Bron Breaker went over, but I just felt they could have did that a different way too. But it's just more of what I say, what they do to upcoming talent. So I was really disappointed with Raw last night and the Finn Balor and Carmelo finish. So I mean, it really does tell you a story what's going forward, what's gonna going into the future. Not saying that Carmelo is gonna lose tonight, but I guess we will see though. So I'm just pointing that out to y'all. But yeah, I did have a okayish day. So let's see if NXT can even plot my night up. Boys and gals, children of all ages, humans in fact, let's gather all around to let you understand that this match fucking sucked, bro. Now listen, I know what I said last week about when it came between, Thea Hale and Tiffany Stratton. Yeah, I mean, for what it was worth, especially the segment overall, I thought it was kind of decent. But then again, you have that this was just they literally just took, of course, just like anything else, they barely built up any reasoning, story, just anything behind it to really classify, really give you any convincing to want to check it out. And of course, man, it's just I said, whether you have your usual whiny detractors, they're gonna come here and bombard me and tell me that, of course, they're gonna call me all the derogatory names of the book. But I mean, yeah, like, I guess if you like it, but that's the main problem I have. Just like I said, anything else, upcoming Money in the Bank, they just basically whipped it together. Like I said, I do like, just like tonight too, I was satisfied. I did enjoy NXT, but yeah, it's still like pretty much reminding me of what's been going on recently, and that's just with everything else. And I mean, I guess for some, especially for us, I guess it was, there, whether you just wanted to, the young girls that wanted to see this match, of course, whoever you look up to in this match, and just, I know, whether you're boys or guys or whoever, you just like women's wrestling too, or you were there because they kind of showed you something. Regardless of the match, because you still got to see something revealing when it comes to the attires. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I didn't much really care. I just, yeah, like I said, I was kind of getting up and walking around, even though I had to still do that. But yeah, I was still kind of had me getting up and walking around and just looking at it. Yeah, like I said, that's the main problem I have. Just the constant matches, of course, that influence from Triple H and anything, Tony Khan and everything, all just indie work rate. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I hope this isn't over, because I hope that they can really build on this. Let me just say also that, yeah, of course, minor apologies for, of course, kind of low if I do kind of sound low energy. Yeah, I was walking up and around today. Gotta admit, but yeah, just let y'all know. Also, yeah, I mean, yeah, because I'm also attempting to getting back to getting off my ass more. I'm I don't have I mean, it's like I still have. You can clearly see that I have excess fat, but I just it's clearly I gotta get up and start to really condition myself more and get more definition. Yeah, monitor all y'all out there, get off your ass, do what you gotta do to get, work out, aspire to, lose weight, anything, not you know, because even, you know, yeah, anything that you need to do, because even when you don't, you might think that, you know, any point in time where you don't need to, yeah, you got to just, yeah, make sure, just not all, of course you don't have to overdo it, but make sure you always just moving around. Pretty sure y'all hear it everywhere, but yeah, just making sure y'all, you know, because I also actually want to instill that, you know, just make sure you're moving around and, you know, got your body moving, and yeah, just overall being productive in a very healthy, you know, demanding activity, or yeah, just overall performance. Because if you don't keep that, then it just builds and builds that tolerance of just laziness, just yeah, not wanting to, you know, yeah, it really is bad, because it influences the other mistake, you know, flaws that you may have within your character. So yeah, just a quick note, man, or you know, if not a long ass paragraph that, you know, yeah, just let y'all know. But yeah, this is practically what I'm showing y'all here, just from last week. And even though I pretty much kind of set a blaze on Dana Brooke, like I said, I really dislike that they told that story between her and Cora Jade, and I like that they kind of showed what happened last week. And you know, but basically she's just healing through the wounds, and I wish this going forward too, because I'm pretty sure, I don't know, because they have basically Cora Jade. I hope they make a main feud, because this would like prove a lot of Dana Brooke's yeah, really like piss them off, or just really prove, you know, like going forward, if they really like put a story and a character for Dana Brooke going forward, and just a really decent story to keep a decent amount of people to just tune in back in, and that builds and builds and builds. Yeah, I feel like people, yeah, that would definitely too even get her naysayers, and also to them to really get back to tune into the product. I really would that. So, but I mean, besides that, what she just did, of course we talked about that. If you want to go back, you can. Of course, my the full set, you know, name is Lord Cosmo, and you can go on the playlist of when it comes. Yeah, you can just go down the playlist, or you can simply, because it just came out too. So just look for everybody doesn't like your favorite wrestler. You can see it too. It's clearly Dana's tweet that's on the top of the thumbnail, and you can see that that's where that's what I went in on Dana Brooke. And yeah, I feel like, yeah, that she could definitely prove a lot of people wrong, including my, like, she kind of did with me. But yeah, I mean, yeah, like I said, I'm just adding a few pointers that can really help. So yeah, even though I pretty much, I mean, like, most of it was kind of a waste of time, but there's no point. I mean, I can still zoom through it, but because yeah, I've seen a little bit when it comes to Lash Legend. I mean, yeah, she's practically, basically, especially what they have her doing now, she's basically just a, you know, yeah, just another, like, yeah, I mean, you can call it what it is too, like, you can call it that, but yeah, especially what they look at her, I don't know, unless she very has a distinctive character, she's just another Naomi to me. I mean, you can clearly, I mean, you have, like I said, not that this allegedly, not that it's true, I said allegedly, but you know, it could still very much be, being that how, you know, very much still that these you know, have very much soft and hypocritical that these wrestlers are nowadays. But I mean, I feel like, you know, like, especially when it comes to like a Bianca, like I said, I really do like Bianca, but I mean, like I said, unless she has, you know, some changes, or they really do something to really change her character when it comes to her being really a heel. I said, whether that's a heel or a baby face, I feel like she has to do, whether that composes of, you know, vignettes, segments, you know, a few tweaks to her character that make her stand out a bit more and make her much more entertaining. As far, because she, yeah, like, she does have, you know, even though some people will have you to believe that that's not, yeah, like I said, she basically has that archetype of, whether you're talking about a Nicki Minaj or like I said, a Megan Thee Stallion, just your stereotype, typical you know, female black rappers, or, you know, entertainers that have that type of personality and that character. And I feel like that would really better for her too, especially if she was a heel. And yeah, Lash Legend too. That, I feel like that would really if they was, because it's obvious they do when it comes to these type of characters now, because I pretty much we're gonna start to see a lot of them. But yeah, I feel like they would really benefit a lot more too if they had those type of characters that looked like a Nicki Minaj or a Megan Thee Stallion, City Girls like that. That would definitely also too. That would really improve your black female demographic. You would get a lot of those females tuning in. But I don't know if I should say that, you know. Oh my gosh, especially when talking about Sasha Banks's and Naomi's fandom. Goodness gracious. But yeah, kind of. It was like I kind of, I said I kind of had my mind elsewhere, but I still saw it. But yeah, just saying that I've seen a little bit of work of Lash Legend, and she's okay. Oh man, yeah, this is especially what I just got finished talking about. Yeah, like pretty much like, cause I do keep an eye on these two, and this yeah, but pretty much a debut too. I liked how they showcased too the vignette. Like I said, just cause I'm not the only one that comes to that too. And I really, yeah, obviously that especially when it comes to the resources that WWE has, obviously. Yeah, WWE right now, but they have I think it's like between AEW and AEW and WWE, obviously, because they backed by billion-dollar corporations, and they have the best, you know, producing quality of when it comes to their vignettes. Whether you want to talk about vignettes, segments, you know, just any form of content that they can that depict you of what you're going to be interested in, you know, what grabs your attention and overall entertainment. And yo, these two dudes, you practically have what you have right now. Cause I know I'm not the only one, cause I like hear a little bit of like, yeah, I mean basically the bloodline. We talk about the Usos or Roman Reigns. He's like, I don't know if y'all heard it, but I have seen him like a clip. Yeah, I've seen that clip of where he's like, he almost says it, but you know, of course he's on TV and they don't want to kind of say it. But I've seen the clip where he says like, yeah, he says the N-word, and it's just really funny. But yeah, like people probably say that you know that's kind of racist, but because of course that, you know, they're, you know, black people's like it's the only ones that are supposed to have that type of or yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't like generalization. I mean, everybody has a specific when it comes to that slang, ignorant, or you can just say overall, just like type of just like very violent, or just sum it up as like, you know, the thug type of character. Yeah, just like that rough like thug type of character. Or they don't have to be just ignorant. It can be classy, or you know, like I said, violent and all about values, and it can be anything like that. We've seen that before when you talk about Italians, or like I said, black, Mexican, Indian. Yeah, it can be like everybody has a gang. So, and yeah, like even though you can kind of argue that you already see that in the Usos right now, I mean, yeah, they kind of remind me of like you know, I don't know if like people like, because I know like when it comes to a Pacific era, but some of you people, like some of you probably like somebody in so you know, some of you in the audience, but yeah, they kind of remind me of the prime time. Yeah, they kind of remind me of like, I think it had rest in peace his soul. Like yeah, they had that, and that was you know, Shad. I don't specifically know the names. Well, let me search it up right now. See, I got. Yeah, let's do this shit. Let me see right here. Yeah, it's gonna take me a minute, but I know they're prime time. Yeah, I said they were a really good tag team. But let me see. Prime. Let me see. Prime. Yeah, I'll tell you, like Brooklyn. Wait, let me see. Oh, come on, man. They gotta really. Let me see. Come on, man. Pull it. Let me see. PG era. Alright. Cause I know the other one. He's JTG. Yo, stop doing this to me. They can't do this to me, man. Let me see. Prime time. Cause I know the entrance and everything like that, man. That's my. Cause I still grew up in the PG era. Let me see. Alright, I should have it. Yeah, that's who they were. Crime Time, CRYMETYME. Yeah, JTG and Shad. Yeah, Shad Gasper. And yeah, like, cause that explained that Pacific time. Cause you still had, of course, like hip hop, just like pretty much like if it's not the most popular, it pretty much is today. That yeah, hip hop is it very much is the most popular genre that's in overall just entertainment today. Yeah, they like, just look at them. They kind of, especially like the one with the white beater shirt. He kind of reminds me, of a younger and very much more defined Shad. Lighter version of Shad. They both do. Like, they literally are a much younger version. Tell me y'all don't see that. They look like a very much younger version of Crime Time. So, I mean, if they do they like look like they are, but if they have that type of gimmick, I mean, I'm all for it, man. I'm very much all for it. Yeah, I'd be like looking out for this. So, but yeah, that would very much be really fresh. Yeah, I'm getting the ones too that need to be getting out the way. But yeah, matches like these, whether you're talking about men or women or not, on the card, man. I like, cause I know I just saw the segment where she just basically pours. We'll get to that, but I mean, yeah, you had the match between Kiana and Gigi, and like, bro, like, really, I mean, I could make a suggestion, but of course, like, you're gonna get whether it's the Karens or the Cardi B's or the Megan Thee Stallions or stuff like that, calling me, every stick or ism in the book, whether it's misogynistic or you just you hate women or not. Like, come on, like this, like I don't want to, like I said, like even if it's not that, if you're not gonna dig into this like the sexual appeal, then I mean, I don't like why have this match, bro? Like I have no idea. Like the sole purpose of this, of course, what? Because the work rate indie marks, I want to see it because it has to be throughout the show because that's what's geared to it now. That's what the whole trend is now. Especially, like, look at them, like, especially with Gigi, they like, these are both beautiful women, and like, so that's like, I said, you don't have to, especially like, even though it can be a story as you would give to an Austin or a Rock. An Austin, McMahon, a Rock, Triple H, and a Mick Foley, and like, or even Undertaker and Kane, like, or I would like, or say John Cena and Randy Orton, and many more. Like, you can like give a lot. There's like many. There's like you can like rarely really make a variety. You could go with, and that's just like the theme throughout this card too. Like I said, I do appreciate that there are things happening, but I feel like that there need to be much more. Like I said, of course, when it comes to the story. You gotta, like, when it comes to character arcs, and you have to be much more creative when it becomes to a feud, especially if the characters are feuding. So, and yeah, it's just a match on the cards. I don't know why I'm talking about it any much more. And yeah, like, I feel like Gigi is also another one which I feel like, if it's not just her appearance, like they're showing her in a way where you can definitely root for her. I mean, she has the classic. She has the classic underdog, and I kind of did say that before. Like, I'm really getting sick and tired of the whole Daniel Bryan underdog. The whole Bret Hart, Daniel Bryan, just John Cena type of just. I'm so tired of seeing that. I'm so really sick and tired of seeing that. But I feel like with Gigi's emotions and how she especially displayed her character and her acting overall, it was really. I mean, I felt at least me, I felt it was really good. So that was definitely good. But yeah, this match, especially, we don't need to. Like I said, you know how I feel, especially just the ones that been here. If you don't have a story, you need, when it comes to the weekly shows, you need to have a story building to the match. At least when it comes to the match, if the match is going to be on the card, of course, then there needs to be some kind of story moving throughout the week. And yeah, this doesn't cut it for me, so I wasted enough time already. And again, like, I get where when it comes to, man, I mean, let's say if you're gonna have characters, and if you're gonna show it where playing out in a scenario, like take for instance too, because like they're basically like taunting up. I don't know. I know Reggie's name, of course, but I forget who this. Yeah, is that Dragon Lee? Yeah, and it's just, I mean, yeah, the whole like when it comes to especially like these type of just like these luchador wrestlers, not to generalize, but yeah, just overall when it comes to these indie work rate, they have like they have, and pretty much like the luchadors, they have, like I said, they put these like I feel like, yeah, especially that if they definitely if their English is not that fluent, they have, yeah, they just put the I've seen that in kind of like some of the like the luchadors that have tried to emulate Ray, and I've seen, yeah, I kind of see it a lot during the PG era. But yeah, so like, yeah, so, and I kind of see it with like wrestlers like Dragon Lee, especially. But I mean, yeah, yeah, like I said, if you're gonna have a segment like where you're gonna have and then have characters interact with where they're, and especially like with who they're seeing out, then yeah, I feel like yeah, you definitely, especially you need, because it was the most basic form of acting characters, whatever you want to think of. And it just felt, yeah, cause I get that building, of course, to the next, especially since the next week, and then building to another match that's gonna, you know, possibly happen, scenario that's about to be played out between those characters, if they possibly might feud. But yeah, I feel like you could still do a lot more than yeah, which is what my also problem too. I don't want to. I see, like, yeah, I get that, but I feel like still we in a place where we don't need, we can't. We're in a place with wrestling where we can't afford to just you can't just put a segment and they'll just not. You know, if it's not that, then it has to be very, very entertaining and engaging. Yeah, I will say that I don't know if it's like, I don't know if I see, because in AEW when it comes to their tag team division, but yeah, of course you can write it off when it comes to WWE's main roster, and just like, I guess if you want to talk about Impact or just like wrestling companies, but I just, yeah, talk whether just WWE, AEW, or Impact, and such other wrestling. Yeah, I feel like yeah, they're just, if you're gonna have, because I do see a lot of that too, just like other people when I hear those talks of, yeah, there's just factions and tag team together. There's just factions and tag teams together that they don't have really, like, they don't like, yeah, let me paint a picture for you. Yeah, I'll paint a picture for y'all. Like when you, especially like when you grew up, because I know people, if you like, the NWO is a perfect faction, especially like between these type of characters, because you have the whole, like with Diamond Mine, where basically like accolades and achievements, they kind of remind me of like Evolution, but it's like, in a way, they still have like they still have the personality and mindset of well, kind of like a Spear Squad, where it's like, yeah, they still have that mind where it's like a bit cheerful. But I miss them being like, I mean, they definitely don't have to be serious, because we still have a lot. They can still have to balance it out. But yeah, I mean, they kind of have a character. Like Schism 2, they kind of have like a character which is basically a cult. And yeah, like, yeah, Diamond Mine has a character. Like they, whether you're talking about that, they have some type of like, which is basically a club. You know, those type of like a sports where they have like, especially like schools, they have like those types of clubs where people get together and they may become friends. What, you know, whether it's like it can be any type of hobby too. And but yeah, like I do get, especially like that with that. But yeah, it's just like, again too, where it's just like the most basic form of what they do on the main roster, and that's just tag team. Like I said, they just have them. I said they have segments, they have backstage segments, and they just have promos. If I can write off too, and they may have, if anything, they may have, they might, if it's a rare chance too, they might, well, not all, they might do it like I said, going forward show, because you definitely gonna see that when I talk about it. But yeah, they definitely do it. This is not the one too. Like I said, if you're gonna have tag, and like I said, like the NWO, what I was just about to bring up, they're a perfect example. And especially like if you're gonna like I said, like the whole purpose of two, like if you're gonna have factions to two, then their entertainment level needs to be through the roof. And you need to have, like I said, I'm not saying that I do like Diamond Mine. I feel like they're definitely a decent faction. Like I said, man, it's crazy how NXT legitimately, they have the best when it comes to anything, like women, tag teams, solo women wrestlers, main, like basically just up and coming main event guys. Yeah, like I think NXT has it all. Holy shit, like which I said, like they're the best. They're definitely like the best wrestling show too at all. Like it just reminds me of, like, it takes me back to those early Ruthless Aggression, late Attitude Era days, where you basically just had every archetype fit on the roster. And NXT has that. NXT definitely has that. It's crazy how that I think they do recognize it, but I feel like they're not using that. They're not like exercising that full potential to like the monster. So I don't know, man. I'll definitely be looking for it, but yeah, it was very boring. It was just them talking back and forth, basically a challenge. And it's gonna be like what you see, basically like those type of matches too. I don't know if I hope I'll really, but it's pretty much too, because I've heard that some, of course, more NXT up and talent. You also have that more NXT up and coming talent is supposed to go up to the main roster, but we'll see. But yeah, this segment was very boring, very tedious, and it's what you've already seen before. Man, I don't really care about this, but I do like. I mean, I do kind of like the characters, but it's just especially when we talk about Schism, where they're just basically a cult, and Diamond Mine, where they're like, I mean, it's very basic and boring. Man, damn, was it a long day today? But yeah, I'm starting to feel it kind of now. But yeah, so you basically kind of know my feelings on this. I mean, when it comes to, so yeah, they're basically, like I said, of course, as if it's not already done yet. I get it, especially when you're talking about building. I guess if you're really thinking about building when it comes to, because yeah, this is kind of like, I guess Carmelo is now, and many people might not like that, but I mean I like it because Carmelo. Well, I mean, yeah, like I say, you can have your likes and dislikes when it comes to just who, like your wrestlers and your characters, your overall. But yeah, I mean I like Carmelo. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I like Trick Williams too, but yeah, Carmelo still has. It's not like Carmelo has character. He kind of, he has his own character. He does have charisma. I mean, he does have mic work. Yeah, like he has the look. I mean, he practically has it all, bro. And he can wrestle. What's not to like? I mean, I don't get that, but I get if you don't like him, because people kind of regard him off as a. Of course, because like I said, the misrepresentation of just the overall, because Triple H really fucked up NXT. It's just overall anybody when you talk about, they have that dumbass the indie work rate. So they pretty much write everybody off as a work rate. If they're really really good in the ring, they just write them off as a work rate indie mark. And like I said, I hate that, because yeah, you have this trend going on now, and then you have the audience that prefers the in-ring aspect, and you have of course me, like I'm a part of that audience. You have the people that prefer characters and stories, and just like with the bloodline right now. And yeah, like I said, that's why I hate Triple H and what he's doing with his booking. I really hate his booking. Yeah, I can't stand it. But yeah, like also what I will say, like, yeah, Shawn Michaels. I mean, I'll talk about later, but yeah, like Shawn Michaels really be killing it. But yeah, like I get the overall long term, but I really hope this leads to something. She's like Rhea's like, if y'all saw the clip like I did earlier, Rhea's like, yeah, you better stay out of our business, and just sending you a message, and yeah, you better button up, pretty much, yeah, that kind of, but yeah, way. So yeah, I mean, I don't know if but this is practically Carmelo's, or no, I pretty much, this is like I said, if you want to talk about it, it's kind of because yeah, the whole sending main roster talent back down to NXT just to improve the ratings, because they know NXT is failing right now. So I mean, you can look at practically everything, but I hope I really do hope that this is Carmelo's way to the main roster, because he really is good. Him and Bron Breakker, they really are good. They're practically the next. I'll say it right now. They're the future. Yeah, they're the future. They're the future of the WWE. Just as Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair is the future of the WWE. I almost kind of like forgot, because like, yeah, like I'm very happy too. But yeah, one of those characters where you talking about Tony D'Angelo, like, because yeah, I said I do enjoy it. I wish, like, I just only ask when it comes to Tony D'Angelo. Yeah, that's him. Yeah, what you're seeing right now. I only ask, like, they like if it was like really like, because I get the whole type of, like, basically he's playing like this Italian mobster boss. But I will only, like, because you're like, okay, if you're gonna like make it that he's this whole, basically, you know what you're talking about, because I know people like, if you kind of know that, like the Soprano, like the whole, like Sopranos, just the Godfather, like that type of like, if you're gonna make it out to like he's this Tony Soprano or type of character, then like, yeah, like, then you should really play it up too. And whether it's just like, it can be half and both, because yeah, if you're gonna do that, then I mean, he's gonna need to be much more serious too. There needs to be a balance too. He needs to have, yeah, the intimidation. Yeah, like I said, like, whether if you've seen like Tony Soprano or not, yeah, you should definitely go watch it too. Great show. But yeah, like Tony Soprano is definitely an example of if you're talking about in context to what we're talking about now. Like, he has the intimidation, he has that ability. He has the very because he the dude's big, and then he has the care, the loving and care ability. He has that, and then he has this of course, like I said, whether you would talk about it, like he has pros and cons, like, but yeah, I feel like Tony Soprano, that character, he's like a perfect character for inspiration to take for Tony D'Angelo's kids. Like, it's obvious, like, he kind of like, or they like, whoever, they like kind of done their work. But I mean, I feel like there needs to be a balance between that, and we definitely need to see, just like we saw, I was like, yeah, good shit. I like that. I definitely like that. The whole like I said, the whole, when it comes to the whole thing of like Tony D'Angelo and this whole just the whole Italian mobster gimmick, and like, yeah, story and stuff like that. Yeah, I dig that, very much dig that. And yeah, hopefully, yeah, I know that too, but yeah, hopefully it works too, and they keep building this back to where he comes back to TV. Yeah, I hope they like I said, I hope he gets I want to find a balance between his character when it comes to, because of course it's not like yeah, Tony Soprano, he wasn't funny. Of course he was funny, and he was loving and caring, but he also had the intimidation. He also had that killer instinct, and yeah, shit got real. But so I hope they instill that into his character. I don't care, bro. Like, these women, look what they're doing. Like, wait, why do you have these very voluptuous, sexy, beautiful women on TV if you're not gonna use them to their full abilities? I should know who that is, but oh man, I just can't get enough of his voice. But yeah, like, they're pretty much what I'm just basically letting my inner type of Vince Russo character but yeah, like, I mean, especially this, if we're gonna show women if they obviously they're very, like, I mean, you could play it. It doesn't, especially too, like, of course, like I said, we'll get to talking about that later, whether, you know, kid friendly and adult like content. But I mean, if you're gonna show them, because I'm pretty sure these women also, they post on social media. Like I said, you have the whole archetype, like, they don't want to be sexualized on TV. I don't want to be sexualized on TV. Stop trying to sexualize my body. But then you have revealing outfits on TV. Like, come on, get the fuck out of here, bro. And then you like, kind of like, whether it's like come on now, man. I'm not trying to hear shit. But yeah, like I said, if you're gonna show like them in this type of regard, then like I said, look at them, man. They're wearing just like almost like revealing type of just like upper bra body sets, and like, come on now, bro. Like I said, you could have done it. Of course they don't have the balls today to really do that. But yeah, like, I mean, I don't give a fuck about the segment unless if it's just, especially if you're, if they're, I mean, if we're gonna portray them in a way of like, if they're trying to be independent or just overall women wrestlers, like, come on, bro. But don't try to, like, you have one of these type of segments, especially too, where they're supposed to be taken seriously. Like, at least play it up. It's like she's obviously talking about, I guess, Lyra Valkyrie or whoever, and she's talking about beating her up or stuff like that and putting her in her place. But like, then again, you have these women and they're like, come on, if they're shown in a way like that, yeah, like they appear, like, come on now. How are we supposed to take them seriously then? If they're wearing, like, revealing outfits, they're acting in a very catty, just overall, very basic manner too. It's just like, come on, man. You just like I've seen this shit before. Like, oh my gosh, man. But I mean, it's whatever. But I mean, I don't care. I know, just, yeah, let me play it down. Yeah, just like, yeah, we'll get into it. But we'll get into it. But oh yeah, let me just say that, yeah, very much. It was still a very, very kick-ass, solid main event, bro. Especially too, I say this right now too. Yeah, for their work rate in the just over obsessed with the AEW, like, whichever too, whether you're WWE or AEW. But yeah, I would even go as far to call this shit Carmelo and Baron Corbin, or this shit was better. Yeah, way better than the shit that you saw in the Forbidden Door. Yeah, that shit was trash. Also, if you didn't hear that, yeah, because I know it was in clips. I didn't waste my time reviewing that shit. I was about to, but like, I mean, no, I'm not gonna do that shit. I got my common sense back. Especially when I already did the deed. I already got what I was supposed to need it anyway. So, but yeah, Carmelo and Baron Corbin, they definitely told a story inside the match. Yeah, and like I said, this shit was better. This is definitely better than when it comes to the, like I said, I would go as far too. Definitely for me too, I would like say that, yeah, a match, one of the matches of the year contender too. Because I feel like too, going deep inside it, they told a good story. They told a good story inside the match, specifically from Baron Corbin himself. Like I said, man, people really been sleeping on Baron Corbin, but I mean, in regards to, because of course you have, like, because it gives people like what they want to see and what they want to hear when you talk about what Baron Corbin characters has been going through, the changes over the years, and WWE creative, whether it's Vince McMahon or Triple H, that's right, both their asses, whoever you want to talk about in that, they failed him many times before. And I definitely feel like they had, already with the broke ass Corbin gimmick, that shit was good. So, but I don't know, man. I mean, I don't know what to expect, but we'll see going forward. But yeah, I really liked the match. I mean, I was trying to like force myself not to. I mean, I was kind of like, because I know, like I said, I get tired of just. Like I said, I would even prefer them to. They could have did this on Money in the Bank. They could have did this in Money in the Bank. But I mean, you have W, of course, but. Yeah, they really could. If they really wanted to tell a story too, I hope they don't end it, but if they really wanted to do big, yeah, they really could have put this, and especially too, it's much more established than Carmelo too. Just overall, just people oozing over him even more. They really could have did this at Money in the Bank, bro. Cause some of the matches too, they don't even need to be. I think, wait, isn't Natalia? I don't know if Natalia. Oh my gosh, I just know Natalia because I hear they're doing that shit again. Or if not Friday, I don't know. But I'm skipping that match too. If Natalia and Rhea Ripley that match again, I'm skipping that shit. I'm really, yeah, straight up, I'm skipping that shit. I'm not gonna even talk about it. No mention of that shit. But yeah, like yeah, this definitely would have benefited if it was on the Money in the Bank. I very much would agree with that. If it could have been on the Money in the Bank, definitely could have been on the Money in the Bank. Because I would. Definitely one of the matches I was kind of looking forward to, because like I said, they really had a good promo. It was very, like I said, it reminded me of kind of like it kind of did remind me of John Cena and Randy Orton when they kind of had their own kind of fired shots off. That and like, yeah, also kind of like Edge and John Cena. But yeah, that's what it kind of reminded me of. And And that type of story too, where John Cena, they told John Cena and Randy Orton a lot, and especially Edge too. They told a really good fucking story too, especially Triple H and Shawn Michaels too. Not forgetting that. But yeah, like, it definitely reminded me of those instances where it's just not about the match too, because like I said, people they're so worried about, you have, like I said, like, you have fandoms, and you have one like a Dave Meltzer where they just force feed this mindset of it's supposed to be about the matches, and no, like, that's completely fucking stupid. But yeah, like I said, especially from Baron Corbin, I like how he just, like, yeah, he put that to the crowd. He was kind of like doing, I mean, yeah, he kind of like, he put Carmelo through a table while he was kind of like, he was just smashing his head on a table, whether you're talking about that, or he was just basically just still like just the most basic type of heel antics, whether that's like, you know, slapping his face and really put, you know, like I said, like, kind of attempting to put him through the table, and just really like throwing him around, talking ish to the crowd. Yeah, like, yeah, this is your boy, I got your boy right here, and just whipping his ass. Yeah, like your boy ain't got shit on me. But yeah, like, stuff like that. Oh, TV mature right there. But yeah, like, I really definitely enjoyed this match, and I would definitely, like I said, people gonna call me crazy, especially ones in my circle, but yeah, I'm rating that. I would definitely give this, because of the story, the kind of story it told in the match, 4 stars. And yeah, it was really good to me. I really enjoyed it too. And I'm definitely gonna watch this back too. I've never said that. I don't think I ever saw that too. But I don't think I've ever said this. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna watch this back. And specifically with that promo. And I hope they continue this going forward. Because I think that Baron Corbin is basically back in NXT. It's not like he's doing anything else on the main roster. So why not? And it kind of got some attention. So. But yeah, this is if not that, for that showcasing ending, they really had a good ass showcase between very very class. It kind of reminds me of Brock Lesnar in a way too, yeah, because he had to where he was just like, yeah, very much Brock Lesnar like, and just, yeah, those type of Brock Goldberg and Brock Lesnar, and he was in Shawn Michaels' offices. He was demanding him, like, whichever he wanted. He like, you're gonna get it done. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that nonsense. And he just walking out and saying, you're gonna know next week. And he just like I said, like, he just like threw the camera. He pushed out the camera and threw it on the ground. And that's like, that's kind of like what I want someone like a Wardlow to do, especially someone like a Wardlow or Power Hobbs. They need to act like that. But of course, Tony Khan, I mean, that's bad enough, but then he's not going to do that. But because, yeah, his whole infatuation is with, you know, if it's not himself, he's a small guy too. But I mean, yeah, like, that's what the fuck you call an ending. That's an ending with your main event attraction, Bron Breakker. Your two main event attractions, Bron Breakker, and you're showcasing them in a way really strong, and I enjoy that. I do enjoy it. I don't like how they treated Carmelo this last week, but I definitely enjoyed what happened tonight. And like I said, man, just I kind of didn't say last week, but yeah, I mean, when you really get down to it, I mean, even though he's kind of taking orders, I mean, yeah, Shawn Michaels may low-key be the best booker of this generation. Low-key, bro, low-key, man. I mean, yeah, he did throw it down. So I hope y'all enjoyed tonight, and especially me talking about it, just like I enjoyed tonight. And shit, really long video, but no worries. I still kind of got what I wanted, and even just the entertainment overall. And yeah, I definitely am looking forward to next week. I know what I said about NXT because it still needs to, but when it's talking about going back to the developmental brand, it's like being specifically on the developmental network, because it still needs a lot more work. But yeah, like, it still has definitely is one of the best weekly shows, if not the best wrestling on the planet, that showcases the best wrestling on the planet. Third brand, but it's better than your two main roster brands. Like, how do you do that? It really, like I said, it really doesn't go back to like, I mean, Sean, he kind of knows what he's doing. Enjoy yourself, Cosmos. I'm gonna see y'all very much later. Stay blessed.